Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
All my homies spin the block, hit the gas, hit the gas.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
On a Thursday evening inside the Arrington Ice Arena with two teams that have never played each other in program history. It's the Adrian College Bulldogs hosting the University of Arizona Wildcats in this women's ACHA Division I matchup. Hello, friends. My name is Nathan Lindner, joined alongside Alex Rove. And AG, this matchup gives us a lot to talk about. Adrian's been one of the hottest teams in the ACHA, grinding their way through one of the toughest schedules in the country and finding their identity on both ends of the ice. Meanwhile, Arizona is streaky but dangerous. When they're rolling, they can put up goals in bunches. So, AG, when you look at these two teams coming in from completely different paths, what stands out to you right away?
Honestly, just seeing how Adrian, like as you mentioned, strength of schedule, right? They've had a tough road, but they managed to get ranked number 7 throughout the nation, throughout the country. Right in that 8-game winning streak. Like team defense and team offense just colliding together to make magic happen. And then for the Arizona Wildcats, going 5-5 in their past 10, looking to make sure that they continue on this above 500 path. We're in for some really good hockey here, especially for this first all-time matchup.
Yeah, a new chapter to be written here at the Arrington Ice Arena. You talk about that strength of schedule. Adrian has faced one of the toughest slates in the land. Get this, 17 of their first 25 games are against top 15 opponents. That was at least when a couple polls ago in the last 2 weeks. Arizona is coming off a heavy Western schedule, light on ranked teams, but with big swings in forms. They play teams obviously on the West Coast with Wyoming, Grand Canyon University. They play Denver, Arizona State is their big rival, Grand Canyon again, Arizona State, University of Utah, New Mexico. So they're definitely new to the field here in the Midwestern, especially in Michigan. So it'll be interesting to see, especially coming off of what they like to call bus legs. I'm not sure if they took a bus here all the way from Arizona, but just the concept still remains the same in that how can you come into today's game? It's your first of 4 straight games in a row. You got back-to-back. How can you get rid of those plain legs and really hit the ice running here tonight?
Honestly, it's just to get the feet moving, get the puck going, just be aggressive, right? A lot of teams, when they come off with bus legs or long road trips like Arizona has right now, right? They fall under that trap of let's feel out the process. No, the best way to get rid of those bus legs is just go right into it. Hard, fast, in-your-face hockey. That's the best way to get rid of it, and that's the best way to set the tone for the game if you want to win it.
You got to play composed, and you got to play in control. And with that all in mind, we'll take a look at the starting lineups being introduced. Let's take a look at the few players who could shape this one tonight. The biggest note is to look at is the player between the pipes for Adrian College.
Yeah, Cassidy Dobson, she's a transfer over from Sioux College, and she actually won a part of that championship team in 2023. Her stats this year, few games, but with the strength that Adrian College has in their goaltending lineups, like she's only played 2 games, but in those 2 games have a .961 save percentage, a 1 GAA, but as I mentioned, former national champion. So you really go get some great play from goaltending from Dobson tonight.
Yeah, last year when she played at Sioux, on 10 games she went 8-1 with a .9 goals against average and a .949 save percentage and 5 shutouts. So she's definitely accustomed to the high quality product that we're going to see here tonight. Look at some of the skaters here. We'll go look first at Arizona, who's being introduced. Brittany Bridell leads the Wildcats with 17 points in just 12 games, averaging an impressive 1.42 points per game. She's the engine of their offense. Dangerous off the rush, creates a ton of chances, and has a game winner to her name. Everything seems to run through her line.
Yeah, like one thing that I'm looking at when it comes to the top 3, Bridell, Carson, Schultz, right, the top 3 go-getters. Bridell is basically your Nicholas Backstrom for the Arizona Wildcats. She's always looking to set somebody up, so very dangerous when she has the puck.
Yeah, another one, Kenzie Carson, like you said, right behind her, who puts up 16 points with a strong 9 goals already. She leads the team in game-winning goals with 2, and she's a pure finisher who doesn't need many touches to make an impact. She and Bridell form one of the more dynamic duos in the division.
Yeah, with Carson being the goal scorer of the 2. Right? Like one thing that we're going to really, what we hope to see with this Arizona team against Adrian is that this offense of this creative offense against the shutdown defense, as you mentioned earlier in the show, right? This is going to be a great matchup to see.
Yeah, and finally for Adrian, Haley Wiltshire, number 21 in the yellow sweater. Bulldogs' most productive forward so far, leading the team with 18 points in 19 games. She's balanced with 10 goals and 8 assists, sits just under a point a game, and has 3 game-winning goals. She's the go-to offensive threat. And with that, we will take a step aside for the national anthem. We're here on Adrian College Television. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I can have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Less than a minute until puck drop Alex Grove, Nathan Linner up here in the booth. Adrian comes in today with a record of 11-6-2 overall. They're 7-0 in conference. They're winners of their last 8 games, up to number 7 in the nation. Arizona, on the other hand, 7-5 overall. They're ranked number 21st in the nation, so not on the official rankings, but if you look at the rankings on a separate document, they do have them going all the way down to 25 or 30, I believe. Might even go all the way down. There's about, 50 teams in women's ACHA Division I?
About so.
So a new chapter ready to begin here between these two programs. Arizona in the red sweaters, Bulldogs in the gold. 20 minutes up on the clock, and we're ready to play Bulldog hockey. Rats dumps it in the line, flicked off the backhand from Turnbull, goes all the way down the red line. First to it is the Bulldogs. High speed coming from Robinson. Going to flick it back down on the backhand. Turnbull in there, try to pin it against the boards. Wildcat comes to the rescue. Near side, Rats and Brady. Now Robinson in front, gives it off, one-time shot, and they score! Right off of the bat, the Bulldogs pull one home less than 30 seconds into the game.
Yeah, they did the thing that is what you want to do against a team that's coming off of a long road trip or still on a long road trip, is to get ahead first. Robinson with the takeaway in the corner, gets it to the net front, and then puts it home. He's your captain. 1-0.
Definitely not the start you were looking for if you're Arizona. You wanted to keep it slow on the early going, as you knew maybe your legs wouldn't be the freshest. This one goes all the way down, and with that freshly thinned ice, that's going to go all the way down to the red line. Icing is called, and they're stuck out on the ice.
One thing about Arizona, like with my experience playing the game, that when you're on a long road trip, it is not only a physical thing that you're dealing with, but also a mental
Morris
game that's
fires off of the body of a Wildcat. Down low, Williams moving in front of the slot, picked away now. Here come the Wildcats. Looked to break it out, but she wasn't looking for it, and it's going to go all the way down again. Can Scoville get there in time? And she can. Back-to-back icings for Arizona. .1904 left to go in the first period. Adrian already with a 1-0 lead, 2 shots on goal. Haven't seen hardly any action in the Bulldogs' defensive end besides the puck scooting through there to go for an icing call. But here we go. Down low, Carson. First to it instead, it's Brydell into the slide area. Carson there on her back, and it goes behind the cage with Dobson in net. Morris picks it up, met behind the net by Jeffs. Looking to break it out, goes cross ice, banked off the yellow dasher, but it goes right to the goalie. Got that air hockey geometry right there.
Looking for the breakout pass, goes a little bit too far, but gets stopped there by Sorley. And that's one thing you want to avoid when you're Adrian. You want to avoid the dumps, you want to avoid the icings, keep the pressure on this Wildcats team while their legs are still waking up.
You can save the dumps for later in the game when both your legs are just as tired, but now when you're freely moving, you've been here all week, your legs are fresh, you want to get things moving left and right as much as you can. This one sent all the way down underneath the scoreboard, not going to get to the red line. Ref waves off the icing. Ward is first to it. Now Nickel knocks it back for Ward and backhands it back to Nickel. Ward nearly had taken away, goes towards Dobson. And Haggart picks it up. Now on the other side, makes a nice move to get past her opposition. Banks it off the boards, first to it. Now Young out on the rush, beats it one defender, fires a shot on net and block it away. Schultz to pick it up. Scooting in front is Kuzminski. Seychel kept it in at the blue line. Kuzminski on the far side now. Going for a chase. Near side, here comes Rats. Meets a Wildcat, and now Kuzminski in there. Behind the cage, goes in front, slot, post nearly gets knocked off its hinges. Still in the offensive attack, here come the Bulldogs. Kuzminski near side, gets taken down, no arm goes up. And escapes the zone. Wildcats go for a change, that one heads all the way down. Seychel will pick it up. Far side, give and go, nearly turned it over. Bulldogs retain possession. Here's Seychel, going to dump it down low as the Bulldogs are in a line change.
It's a good thing that the Bulldogs are keeping those line changes short, forcing the Wildcats to stay out with constant pressure.
Dumped behind the net, picked up by Rats, but met there by Howell. And Robinson in there with Rats. Turnbull also. It escapes. Verse 2 is Bulldogs. I believe that's Sachel still on the blue line. Fires a shot in and caught into the net. First action we've seen from Cassidy Dobson.
Now, if you're Arizona in this case, you got the face-off that you want, which is an offensive zone face-off. This is where you can really put on the pressure and really make a statement of who you are in this game.
You got to respond. Bulldogs put up a goal within 30 seconds of the opening drop, and the Bulldogs win the face-off here in this one. Cross-ice pass. It's Robinson. Kicks it off her own skate, but Pesca dishes it out. Back to the red line. Thought about going D-to-D with Scoville. On the far side, it's Taryn Morris. Nearly turned it over. Now Gregory enters. Robinson there. Past her stick. And off at the tape of Scoville now at the blue line. Robinson. Scoville to pick it up. Enters with Carson on the right. Fires the shot in and scooped up off the ground by the goaltender.
We're seeing that every opportunity that Arizona gets, it's going to be a line change compared to how Adrian, looking at the roster numbers, it looks to be Adrian has a slight advantage with roster.
Loose in front, no one can find it. Now they finally get it out. Here's Williams. Sticked away and a nice poke check there. Turnover by the Bulldogs. It's Scoville to get it first. Backhands it across ice for Morris. Now it's Stitt. Makes a move. Got Wiltshire on her left. Stitt goes down and turns it over. Far side now. Sticks colliding with each other. Here's Nickel. Fires one on net. Easily blockered away. Wiltshire lost it and bumps into the back of a Wildcat. That's McCaig. Here's Williams. Now Nickel across the blue line with Ward. She fires a shot in net. Tipped and scored! I believe that was off the body or stick of Ashlyn Stitt, and the Bulldogs have doubled their lead.
Yeah, 2-0 game coming up right now. As you see, the puck goes low to high, D to D, and with screen action in front of the net, deflection shot. We got a 2-0 game here. Simple hockey wins it all for this shift.
Boy, if the Bulldogs can get out to a big lead in the first period, that could smell trouble here for the Wildcats and maybe even a blowout win. Not the kind of start you want here for Arizona in the game, let alone the whole 4-game series or the 4-game road trip you got coming up here. Bank along the yellow dasher. Now kept off the tape, turnover in front, the slot area. It's Brady. Tries to dish it back, but Young is there. Sticks collided with the bench area. Getting pinned up against the boards. They're able to dump it down low. Nickel is first to it. Got Hubbard in front of her. And it goes past her, dumped in near the red line by a Wildcat, but Nickel is there to corral it. Now here's Ward. Got the assist on that last goal. Swooping in is Glover. Glover's got it, looking in the slot area. She's got Carson there if she wants it. Vertebeer. Hug the blue line, dumps it back down for Carson. Into the corner with Miller. Now Nickel still out on the ice. Long shift for her. Skates to the right. Got a little room to work with now. Young heads to the bench, so Nickel will just dump, and that one hit off of a skate, maybe even a helmet of a Wildcat bench player.
One thing that we're seeing from both sides here, yes, we're seeing Adrian come out hard and fast. Yes, we're seeing Arizona still waking up, but just a consistent flow. And even though they're got their bus legs still coming off, that consistent flow is offering up some good hockey right now.
Turnover in the central ice. Sachel defends a 2-on-1 if the Wildcats can get it going. Sachel back turn, nice move. Gets it out for Williams on the shadow of the board. Goes left, bumps against Verteber. Takes the hit into the glass. Bulldogs can't keep it in. It goes all the way down. Gratz chasing to it, but got 2 on her tail. It's Jeffs and Carson. It's bumped into the boards. Now Parent on the far side. First to it. Here's Saarinen. Loose in front. Dobson defending. All 5 Bulldogs down there along with 2 Wildcats still swiping at it. Now they finally clear it out. Kuzminski. But Saarinen is able to clear it out. Kuzminski still in there trying to fight for the puck. Takes a shot up high. They dump it back into the blue line. Bulldogs had to retreat as they might have been caught off sides. Banked along the boards. Turnover here. It's Robinson. Goes far side for Morris. Near the slot, Gregory couldn't keep it on the tape. So Schultz to pick it up. Another turnover now for the Wildcats. Robinson backhands it towards the slot. No one there off of the skate of Turnbull. Tries to dump it back for Morris. She slaps it back in off of the blue line. Now low for Saarinen. And Robinson just beat her to it. Gregory in there along with Schultz. Gregory down to a knee. Pinned up there with Robinson. Now behind the cage is Glover. Hounded by Turnbull. Puck sent all the way down the length of the ice. And Dobson is going to take the safe play and cover it up.
I think the highlight is that the past couple shifts ago that Arizona was battling in front of the net for Dobson. If Arizona wants to get into this game and start putting goals in bunches to tie this game up, that's what they're going to have to do. Get to the net front and freaking crowd Dobson's area.
Well, they got to win a faceoff down there in order to do that. Backhand toward the slot. A couple of Bulldogs were flying down there in the high-scoring area. Nickel backhands it towards the back in the area. Nickel again. Now it escapes. Here's Verdeber. And Ward now behind her own cage. Backhands it for Nickel. Plays it out for Stitt on the one-time. Williams takes the hit against the boards. She heads right to the bench. Might have caught the elbow in her funny bone on that red part that sticks out. Bulldogs collide into each other. Haggart still maintains possession. Goes far side for Ward. She dumps it down low. Going to squirt along the yellow dasher again. Here comes Haggart. Nearly turned over by Arizona. Carson banked along the boards. Can they keep it in at the blue line? They can. Looking to play things forward off the board, and it goes all the way down. Dobson raises her hand, and icing is called.
Good pressure by the AC Bulldogs, running that 1-2-2 neutral zone. Forecheck, forcing them on one side to get that dump down for the icing.
Shot sit at 6-4 in favor of Adrian College. Bulldogs lead it 2-0 in the score that really matters. Scoville down in front, near tapped Young. Valentina Young, a couple of moves, now dumps it down laterally. Scoville fires a shot and looking for the tip, loose in front on the blue paint and covered up.
That low to high action that we were talking about that led to that second goal for Adrian. Low to high is really what's going to get it up. As you see, comes around the corner, puts it around the dasher board. Gets to the half board, shots on net, crashing, and we'll see what happens.
Haggart takes the draw, loses it, but Hubbard quickly to it. Was along the yellow dasher again. Morris, and now Young try to dump it back in, hit off of the body of a Wildcat. The pucks keep doing that.
Pucks are just finding Adrian. Like they're always moving their feet and getting these loose pucks and bounces.
Shot towards the slot. Defended in front by the Wildcats. Here they come on a breakout. Far side, Schwarzstaz with Young. Broken up across the blue line. Turnover for the Bulldogs. Now Arizona's able to dump it down, but they got to go for a change. 2 Wildcats will head with them. Scoville back over for Nickel. Instead, that's Taryn Morris. She scoots one all the way down. Bulldogs nearly caught in a full line change. Only one stayed out. And the Wildcats turned over 1-on-2. Here, Parent. In front of her is Pesca. Dishes it off. In front, Nickel fires. Loose in front. No one can find it. Tips in front. Now covered up, whistle blown.
Turnover leads to zone entry with support. Puck looking for a pass in the slot. Right, good support coming in. Looks for the slot pass, finds the defenseman who gets there. Shots on net, and for those young players that are watching this game, right, if you are a defenseman, get your butt up the ice along with the rush, you'll have opportunities like that.
Wildcats win the draw. Out on the break, it's Brady. Gives it off for Howell. Now at the blue line, fired a shot in from Schultz. Scoots away off of the stick of Dobson. Near side boards, tied up, Parent in there. Now Nickel out for Ward. Ward, backhand, turned it over, kept on the blue line, and it did get over. Wildcats have to retreat. Bulldogs catch a break. Cross ice pass, Kuzminski dishes it off for Williams. Enters the blue line cleanly. Williams shot over the crossbar. They keep it in at the blue line. Sachel goes far side. Here's Robinson. Cross ice, Gregory takes it down low. Back for Robinson. Met of a stick of a Wildcat. Flipped off the glass. Rats backhands it, keeps it in off the blue line, and now Arizona's able to get it all the way down. No icing as it hit a Bulldog. Now Sachel behind her own cage. Turnover. Here's Saarinen. Tries to get it back out, but instead Gregory's there to defend. Here she comes on the shadow of the boards. Gregory in front of Brydell. Goes down low. Backhands in front and scooped up. Stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well so you don't miss any upcoming events and games.
Yeah, 14,000 and counting, right?
14,000 subscribers and counting. Morris fires a shot, goes wide. Williams picked it up, backhands. Stitt already got a goal in the night through the slot for Wiltshire. Ushered along the board, McCaig. Now pinned along the yellow dasher. Tried to get it towards the slot, the Bulldogs. Kept it at the blue line. Nice play by Morris. Tries to dub it again, flicks the stick again. Wiltshire. Backhanded from Vanderburg. This one escapes the zone. Bulldogs look to retreat, maybe to catch the Wildcats in a line change. Here's Haggart, takes it herself. Now Scoville first to it. Ushers a shot in. Haggart was there. Now pinned against the board. Two Bulldogs and two Wildcats fighting. Hubbard comes. Now near side. Flip the shot in towards the slot. Here come the Wildcats looking to break it out. Morris with the forecheck though. And a missed forecheck from Jeffs. Our side behind our own cage. Under 7 minutes to play here. 2-0 Bulldogs. Had the two early goals within 5 minutes. Blocked in front from Nickel off of the shot. Near the slot. The Ward is there. Kicks it out. I'll go the length of the ice. No icing. It's not going to reach the red line. Shots sit 9-5 in favor of Adrian College. Nickel cross ice pass for Turnbull. She flips that one in. Banked off the back of the boards. Caught on the back of the net. They flick it out. Here's Schultz. In there with the other number 12 and Tyler Turnbull. At the blue line, Nickel going to dump it back in behind the red line. Nickel off at the skate. Backhands it in. Gregory. Turnbull. Fired towards the slot. Gregory one time missed.
Yeah, seeing the Bulldogs play that down low game, keeping that pressure up.
And the shot from Wiltshire tipped off with the glove and into the protective netting with under 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, it seems to be that's the game plan for Adrian. So keep the play down low, and then when you see the opportunity for that low to high opportunity for a shot, that seems to be the play for Adrian. I said keep up the pressure against the Wildcats here.
Defensive zone draw by the Wildcats is one. Takes Sachel right into the boards, but Stitt comes away with it. Ashlyn Stitt with a little speed now, tries to get it out. Enters now with Miller. Rats poke checked away. Wiltshire 2-on-2. Goes across the boards all the way down in front of Pesca. Sachel, but it's Carson who scoots in front of her. Now Kosminski fires a shot. Glove saved by Olivia Sorley. Goaltender here tonight for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a little bit more on Olivia Sorley here. Olivia Sorley, right? 9 games played, got a 5-4, got a 5 wins, 4 losses record, 2 shutouts to her name with a GAA of 189.
Another defensive zone draw, tied up on the dot. Young fired a shot on and hit the side of the net. A lot of yards gained on that pass, but it's Morris to corral it. Backhands. Wildcats caught in a change. Bulldogs, if they can get it, might have an open shot. Instead, they are able to clear it out. We're back to 5-on-5. Haggard, as a Wildcat, hits the ice. Banked off of the glass. Past the blue line and picked up by Morris. Backward skate with Jeffs on her. Morris, Jeffs, and Young. Goes down, corralled by Scoville. Looked to get it off for Hubbard, but Verteber was there. Scoville and Haggard. Morris, reverse. Loose in front. Dobson might not have seen it right away. Penalty is up. Let's see what the refs call. A slash.
Yeah, some pressure was given on by Arizona. As you see here, puck comes around looking for a breakout. Like a little bit slow on the decision, and then the puck pops out, and then got a little bit too aggressive when doing that puck chase.
Yeah, clear as day, a slash going against number 17. That's Anna Jeffs. Took the stick right out of the hands of the Bulldogs. Nickel fires a shot right off the gate. Loose in front, scores!
Didn't take long for that one.
4 seconds into the power play, and the Bulldogs are now up 3-0.
Every faceoff is a fresh start, and Adrian capitalized on this one. Faceoff went clean, gets a shot on net, and what they've been doing the past 2 goals, getting bodies to the net, and that's what they have done today, 3-0.
Center draw, a little over 4 minutes to go in the first period. Bulldogs have taken a commanding 3-0 lead here at the AIA. Schultz, cross-ice pass. Now the Wildcats connecting on a couple of passes. Shot right into the stomach of Cassidy Dobson.
It looks like there's a little bit of a feistiness right there towards the end of that play. But one thing that the Bulldog defense is doing really good on is keeping plays to the outside. Like as you see on this shot here that's coming up, breakout pass leads to cross east-west, right? And then keeping that shot to the outside. Perfect defense.
Ward underneath the pipes, and now both players take a tumble. Near side corner, Turnbull looks to get it out. Banks it off the boards. Collected off the tape of Brady. Now here's Schultz to enter. Fires a shot off of the legs of Nickel. Nickel, far side, cross-ice pass again. Here's Turnbull. One-on-one with her defender, but no one to help her out. Turnbull stops, gives it off. Stitt in front, fires a weak shot and covered up by Sorley.
Good play by Turnbull there by gaining time, doing a stop-up, forcing the D back with their momentum as help comes up.
3:21 to go in the first period. Bulldogs lead 3-0. Tennessee Williams, the latest goal scorer for the Bulldogs. Wiltshire in front. Williams now first to it. Got Sachel behind her. Instead, she backhands it off. Into the slot again. Stitt. Near the slot, but broken up by a Wildcat. Dumped back down low again. Back check from Sardin. Pinned against the boards is Williams. Able to squirt it out. Williams backhands to Rats. Right point. Goes against the other number 9. Another Wildcat goes down with Williams' stick. Williams fires a shot, broken up. Another shot, gloved down by Sorley.
Good zone pressure by the Adrian Bulldogs. And one thing that we're starting to notice as this period's going along, It's the net front presence battle. I don't know if you're seeing that, partner, but the net front presence battle is getting feistier and feistier. That's one thing you love to see on both sides.
Yeah, a lot of bodies right there in front of the crease. Makes it very hard for the goaltenders to see. The Bulldogs just really like to play it down low behind the net. That's where they work very well. Backhand shot in front and goes askew. Now Schwatzstaz is able to get it out. Here's Scoville going for a skate with Morris. Morris directs traffic to get Scoville out of there. Wanted to take it herself, but was hounded by 2 Wildcats. Parent tries to get it out. Here's Turnbull. Now Scoville. Gets it over to Parent, far side. Can she get it to Kuzminski? She can. 1-on-1 with the back checker. Kuzminski fires a shot. Glove saved by Olivia Sorley.
Good stuff there by the Adrian Bulldogs. Kuzminski coming down lane. Right, easy pass. Defenseman overplayed it. Easy lane for her to take a shot.
And another defensive zone draw coming up for the Wildcats. Allen. Our side now, Ward. Going to dump it back down low, but Allen makes a nice play to get it out there. That's actually Schultz. Dumped back in. There's Allen. Trying to get it out, Haggart. Hubbard. Broken up by Brady. She goes 1-on-2, and a nice forecheck there from Nickel. Valentina Young. Far side now with Schultz. Haggard in there as well. They're both tied up. Now it breaks free. Here's Allen. Takes it to the boards. Broken up. There's Rats. Near side. Verdeber backhands it along the yellow dasher. 70 seconds to play here in the first period. Goes diagonally with that one. If it reaches the red line, it will be icing. And the whistle is blown. Well, 63 seconds to go in the period. Bulldogs lead at 3-0 off of the goals from Ashlyn Stitt, Tyler Turnbull, and Genesee Williams. All 3 in a row on my roster sheet, 10, 11, and 12. Pass towards the slot, goes right through. And that one escapes the zone. Bulldogs retreat. Here's Sachel. Looking for options, gives it off. Now they work forward. Gregory, Turnbull. Doesn't dump it in yet. Now she enters cleanly with 2 friends. Dump it down the low side. Gregory. Pass towards the slot. And off of the stick of Allen, but Sorley was right on it.
Good thing Sorley is on her toes for that. It was a good zone entry. See Turnbull, she's go dumping around here. And then just throwing everything in the middle of the ice. You throw it on that, you see what happens, almost a goal.
Bulldogs, quick face-off win. 30 seconds to go. It escapes all the way down. Carson in a battle with Rats who can get there first. It's Rats. Turnbull near the Bulldogs bench, takes a stick. Now they're tied up right on that yellow dasher. Looking for options to get it out. Wildcats a good possession. 10 seconds to go. Can they get anything going? Saarinen with 5 left. Get it towards the slot. Robinson just going to be content with backhanging it behind the pipes. As the horn sounds, Bulldogs will head into the locker room with a 3-0 lead.
And ladies and gentlemen, that has been the first period play-by score. After 20 minutes is Adrian College 3.
Well, after 20 minutes, AG, what'd you see there?
Well, I saw Adrian take advantage of a team that's still on a road trip. Adrian, 2 quick goals and then add in the third towards the end. But the one thing that Arizona needs to do, right, is just keep moving their feet. Like, as the play was continuing on, you keep hearing their coach from the bench, move your feet, move your feet, move your feet. You're looking at how Adrian's getting all these opportunities. That's what they're doing. They're moving their feet. And on top of that, Arizona's trying to rely on that breakout speed with dumps, but they're losing every race. If they can get past that mental block that goes along with this road trip, I say they could get back in this game. But if not, Adrian's going to have a clean ride for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Adrian's been dominant early on. They're getting pucks deep and able to control a lot of possession down low in the Wildcats' territory, and that's really forced them be a lot of defensive minded, and they're not getting out the pressure that they want, and they're using all their energy on the defensive side. When they can get a breakout session, they're going for changes right away before they can even get any offensive pressure.
And another thing with that, if they just hold on to the puck like they know they can, like possess the puck like they know they can. If we have a possession chart, we will see that Adrian is dominating time of possession. But if Arizona can just find their game, right, control the play that they know how they can control the play, they can crawl back into this game. I mean, it's only a 3-0 game. It still is a game in hockey terms, in the hockey world. But still, this could get away from you real quick, real fast.
20 minutes down, 40 left to play here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian College and the University of Arizona. We'll see you on the other side for the second period of action. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
one-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Grove, Nathan Lindner up here in the booth. 3-0 Adrian College over the University of Arizona early in the first period. 2 goals were scored by Ashlyn Stitt and Tyler Turnbull, and then a little bit later in the period, Genesee Williams put one in the back of the net, and that's been the theme as of late for Adrian. They've won 8 games in a row after starting the season 3-6-2 with sweeps over 2 top 15 teams in Miami, Ohio, and Indiana Tech. The average margin of victory was 1.5 goals. And on the other side for Arizona, they're coming off a dominant series sweep of the University of New Mexico, scores of 7-0 and 15-0. But before that, they had lost 3 straight, 2 against the University of Utah and 1 against their rival in Arizona State. So like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, a tale of 2 teams coming into this one. Adrian coming in on a heater, and Arizona 2 wins against New Mexico, but before that they were struggling a little bit.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Adrian is playing like the top 10 team that we know that they are. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this month when the next rankings come out, they will be out of 7 and into the top 5. But with how Arizona and Adrian's played the past period of play, right, we saw how dominant Adrian can be. Can they keep that dominance up? And we also saw how the bus legs are on Arizona. Now for the second period play, will we see the bus legs finally drop off and them see Wildcat hockey, or will we see more of the same as first period?
I think after this first period of play, 20 minutes down, and you're finally back into the groove of your collegiate hockey, in which they've been playing all their life now. But Adrian College also has 20 minutes in, and now they're even more loose as to what they were before. So it's really who comes out here in this first minute of the second period. A goal was scored 30 seconds into the first period back in the first, so we'll see if maybe Arizona can do the same or if the Bulldogs want to really extend the lead here.
First 5 minutes is always the most important.
Bulldogs coming out on their bench area. Arizona now walking into theirs. It was weird for their warm-ups. Bulldogs came out right at the 37-minute mark like they were supposed to, but Arizona didn't come out until probably about the 33, 32, something like that.
Yeah, so from what I've heard and what I've gathered, it seemed like they had a little bit of a bus issue with coming up a little bit late, but they came ready to play right on time for game time, so that's the good news.
Well, they did get out there and got at least some warm-up in. Well, Bulldogs really showed the extra couple of minutes there, and the warm-ups were crucial to this first period as we see the score of 3-0. $20 minutes up on the clock. Second period of play. They flipped sides and we're ready for some more Bulldog hockey. Fresh pane of ice now. Cross ice in front of the Bulldogs bench. Picked up by Rotz. Flipped along the boards. Sachel backhands it. Gregory picks it up. Now here's Turnbull. Can she go cross ice? She can with Robinson. Robinson one-on-one with someone on her left. Robinson scoots it down low. Turnbull. Far side corner for Robinson behind the cage. Getting through the slot. Escapes. But Sachel's able to keep it in. Gregory goes for a change. This one sent cross ice. No one's touched it. It will be called for icing.
It's a good thing that we're seeing that out of Adrian on how they're keeping to the game plan of working down low. As we just saw that down low cycle that almost led to a shot opportunity, but just missed the mark.
And a fresh set of legs for Adrian College, but the Wildcats are still out there after the icing call. Offensive zone draw 1. Bulldogs are quick to dump it back in. No offsides as both refs call it. Through the slot, Wiltshire, and dumped away. Scoville keeps it in. Wildcats have been out there for a minute now. Wiltshire back in with Stitt, and now Brady looks to get it out. Up down low, cross ice. Williams fires, and save made by Sorley. Now the Arizona can get a change.
Good stuff by Adrian with keeping the pressure, even though there was a dangerous spot up here on the blue line that could have been taken for an offsides. Good job keeping pressure and get that shot on net.
Another defensive zone draw for the Wildcats. This one, they're able to get it out of there. And ref hand goes up. It's a tripping call going against Adrian College.
Big opportunity for the Arizona Wildcats to really get some momentum pulling their way. Let's see right off the draw. Look how the Arizona forwards come up, attack, booyah. You get your opportunity.
Pretty clear as day on that call. Referee put the hand up, and 2 minutes gone against Adrian College. It'll be Addison Scoville in the box. So no penalties for Adrian College in the first period, only one against Arizona. And early in this one, a hit from behind, no penalty. Now, whistle's blown. It's going to be called for a hand pass.
Arizona coming out aggressive in this period. Apparently, hopefully they got the message, as we see here on the replay. We see the hand pass on replay, but earlier on, a big body check to wake them up.
Neutral zone draw. Won by the Bulldogs. Young going to dump it all the way down and covered up by Olivia Sorley. So despite being on the penalty kill, Bulldogs have an offensive zone draw. Wildcats win it into the corner now. It's Glover. Now here comes the breakout. Arizona. Here's Schultz. Enters cleanly on the shadow of the boards. Goes underneath the net. Now cut off. Nickel hits the deck along with Brydell. Far side with Howell. Ward as Schultz goes down. Cleared off and gone all the way down. 50 seconds down in the power play. 65 to go. Turnover in neutral area. Robinson bumps into Glover. And the ref's hand goes up. It's going to call for a body check.
And we see the replay here. Coming up, trying to get the breakout. Good play by Robinson, and draws a penalty, 4-on-4 hockey.
Well, Alina Glover can't believe it.
Honestly, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
With how the couple hits we saw, and that's the one that gets called. It's like, all right, here we go.
So we go 4-on-4 after the penalty for the next almost minute. Arizona wins the defensive zone draw. They look to break it out. Hits it off to Carson, who wasn't looking for it. Down low for Rotz. Dishes it off with Robinson. Past the red line. Over through the blue line. Turnbull goes over Carson. Now Sachel. With Jeffs on her back. On the blue line, dumped back in by Pesca. Comes near side. First to it was Allen. Nearly turnover, shot in front. Dobson with the save.
Yeah, with this open ice, with a little bit more open ice with 4-on-4, we're starting to see Arizona get a little bit more aggressive with their play, not just on the body, but on the puck as well.
Sachel backhands it to Rotz. Now center, Scoville escapes the box, goes all the way down now. Off of the stick of Dobson. Sachel first to it. Wildcats are on the penalty kill. Off of the skate of Saarinen. She enters cleanly. Wiltshire behind her. Saarinen lets her go. Block saved by Dobson. Fired again. Blocker down by Cassidy. And Sachel now for Williams. Missed by Howe. Williams through the blue line. Wiltshire in front. Backhands it. Hit off the bottom iron of the post. Skated all the way down. Dobson went down to a knee to make sure they didn't go anywhere near. Here's Nadia Nickel. Cross-ice pass. Got Stitt. Enters cleanly. Wiltshire fires in front. Stitt behind the net. Gives it off for Scoville. See what the Bulldogs work with their power play unit out here. Stitt gives it off. Morris fires a shot. Block and hit the stick. And hits the protective netting up there. We'll have another defensive zone draw for the Wildcats.
As we look back on the replay here on that shot, it was a good setups going on. Bumper goes down to join net front end. Come across off the blocker. And I believe I heard a post as well.
Tyler Turnbull in for the draw. Won by the Bulldogs. But it escapes the zone. Morris looks to dump it back in. Next to Mackenzie Parent. Morris steps up off of the shin now of Carson. Arizona looks to break it out. Glover through the blue line. Defended by Morris. Shot. Tipped off of Morris and over the crossbar. As Minsky takes a shot into the boards. Now they look to break it out. Here's Turnbull going one-on-one. Morris on her right. Turnbull thought about leaving it for Morris. Gets in the front slot and it goes squeaks right past the post. Down low Turnbull. Blue line for Scoville. Back to Turnbull. One touch down low. Pass to Young. Picked up by Bridell. Cross-ice pass. No one home. It's going to go all the way down for icing.
Yeah, going back to that play on that zone entry that Turnbull had. Really nice play of coming into the zone. Get that fake drop pass as we're about to see here on the screen. Here's Turnbull coming down the side. Gets to the middle, fake drop pass, and almost connects net front with her running mate.
Bulldogs win the draw again. Fires a shot on net, scooped up in the glove and out. Cross ice again. They keep it in, no offsides. Now they're able to escape. Here's Bridell. On the tape of Nickel. Ward, Haggard. Goes down low, past the referee. Haggard against the other 19. Put a shot towards the slot. Down low, another fired away. Sorley with the save. Ward, right point. Dumps it down low. Hubbard there. Picked up by Young. Gets it out to Nickel. Collects off the skate. Fires a shot looking for the tip. Hubbard in front. Turnaround shot off of the pad. And now Allen skates around, looks for options. Off of the stick of Waxenberg. Goes cross ice. Jeffs couldn't get there in time. Instead, Schultz will collect. Far side for Glover. Past their own blue line for Pesca. Brady connects with Jeffs. Past the red line, so they dump it down low and go for a change. Here's Ward off the back from Brady. Scoville gets it out for Robinson. Here's center ice. Gregory tries to squeeze between two Wildcats. Couldn't do it. Pesca flipped off of the boards. Sachel in there. Goes all the way down. Schultz in there with Rotz, and icing is called as Rotz run the race.
We're seeing Arizona move their feet a lot more. They're really giving AC a lot more stuff to work with down in all three zones, really.
A lot more freely moving we've seen from the Arizona offense and defense instead of the Bulldogs just kind of collecting it down low. Here's a breakaway opportunity. Howe fires a shot just a bit outside. Now Brady, 2 sticks collided, cancels. Brady towards the slot, sticked away by Dobson. Robinson, Turnbull, backhand. A shot towards the slot, failed. Now Gregory, out of the shadow of the benches. Brady gonna dump it down low just in front of the red line and then hops out for a change. Rotz got it past the Wildcat. Now Stitt races in, nearly trips up. Bridell dumps back in off of Saarinen. Robinson coming in, they collide with Bridell. Shot sent wide right. Here's Sachel, and now Stitt. And a hard collision as both players hit the deck. Ref's hand is out. We have a delayed penalty coming up. Bulldogs looking to get the 6-on-5 advantage. Rotz, and then gets taken down.
Yeah, let's go back to that big hit that drew the penalty. My goodness. As you see there, like foot race to the puck. AC wins it, and then ba-bam, ba-bam, wham-bam. We got Bulldogs power play.
I believe that's going against number 85, Kenzie Carson. He's very impactful on this Arizona squad, 9 goals and 7 assists. Quiet here tonight as have all the Wildcats. Shot blocked in front. They're able to slap it out of play. Now 2-on-0, shorthanded opportunity. It's Bridell. Gives it off one time. Save made by Cassidy Dobson.
She comes up big. Dobson has not been tested a lot this game. But in the times where she is tested, like with this 2-on-0, excuse me, she comes up big, showing her prowess, showing her calm, cool collectiveness.
Bridell and Schultz, 2 of the leading point scorers here for Arizona, just had the best chance that they might have all night. 11:30 to go in the second period. No score happening yet in here in this frame. 3-0. It still remains in favor of Adrian College.
Adrian needs to calm it down here on this breakout.
Got 70 seconds left in the power play. And a turnover in the defensive end isn't going to help. Fired a shot, sticked away by Dobson. Still shorthanded, another shot attempt goes wide. Now Robinson going to dump it back down for Nickel. Nickel with a nice move. 60 seconds left. Turnbull dishes it off for Kuzminski. Thought about going Stitt's way, instead circles back. Kuzminski finds Wiltshire, connects with the pass, enters the blue line. Got Stitt in front along with Turnbull. Morris fires a shot, tipped in front. In and out of the glove of Sorley. Whiffed on the clear attempt. Underneath the red line. Scoville, right point, dishes it off. Turnbull broken up in front. And Allen is going to send that one all the way down the length of the ice with 23 seconds remaining in the penalty kill.
Starting to see a big momentum shift coming from the Arizona Wildcats here.
Kuzminski, cross-ice pass for Scoville. Dishes it off, and another turnover here for the Bulldogs. They just haven't looked as connected as they did in the first period.
This is the type of game that we were talking about in the pregame show with how Arizona's going to come out, especially coming off those huge wins that you've been talking about.
Broken up out on the rush. Jeffs get a nice play there by Morris to break it up. Jeffs still got it. Young in there. Morris, and now Kuzminski got on her stick, dumps it off of the boards, goes all the way down. Ver goes cross ice, but no one was home. Young had to hold on just a second to let Haggard get behind the blue line. Now here comes Arizona on the breakout. Backhand turnover. Here's Sachel. Little room to work with. 3-on-2. Sachel nearing the slot. Down low, Sachel. Can she find Haggard there? Instead goes the other way for Rotz. Fires a shot on. Tip down in front. Sachel in front. And Maine tried to clear it out. It does escape the blue line. It'll go all the way down. Rotz in a race with Carson. And Carson comes away with it. Tries to flip it. Arizona thought about going for a line change. Another pass in front. Tipped out. Here's Hubbard. Gives an off short pass for Haggart. Now Young flicked up the stick for Bridell behind the cage. Glover now far side for Carson. But Gregory's there to take it away. One-handed on the stick, flips a shot towards the net as Haggart hits the ground. Gregory still in there with Carson. Flicks around the boards. Down low. Now it's Bridell. Escapes the zone. Saarinen flips it back in by the Bulldogs and Brenna Ward. Now they got a little opportunity here. Brenna Ward squirts through two defenders. Here's Saarinen. Down low for Glover. Plays it back behind her own cage. It's Saarinen again. Escapes, turnover. Nickel, left point. Defended by Carson. Down low, Robinson takes a bump from behind. And here's Nickel to step up. Carson with the thwack. Gives it off to Turnbull. Stitt. Now to Scoville. Towards the slide area. Two bodies collide. Stitt keeps it in the play. Turnbull towards the slot, no one home. Now coming in Morris, fresh off of the bench. Stitt fires a shot, blocked away, and not sure it was on target. Scoville, another one, goes wide right. Here's Morris. They keep it in. Stitt fires one off of the hand of Glover. Back wraparound in front, tipped in front, still out. No whistle yet. They're all piled up in front, loose in the blue paint. It escapes. We continue. Morris fires a shot off of the body of Williams. Down low, kicks it out. Loose in front, behind the cage again. Robinson, back for Morris, one-time shot off of the skate of a Wildcat. Now they're able to escape the zone. Carson, one-on-one, weaves through. Goes all the way down, Dobson sticks it away. Scoville in there with Carson, and Schultz comes to the rescue, kicked away by Stitt. Cross ice in front of the Arizona bench. Cross ice again. Goes down, Morris in there with Shostov. Wiltshire banked off the boards. Jeffs was in there, now Morris breaks that out again. Near side boards, kicks it out. Morris down there with Allen, takes a bump. Ushered away by Verdeber. Kept it off the skate of Haggart. Kosminski, outstretched stick. Wiltshire, and she takes a nasty hit, goes down to the ice, no call. Rydell kicks it out. Sachel. Now Sachel's got it. Got to be careful. Had a Wildcat behind her, didn't see her. On the blue line, they enter. Here's Parent. Kicked, nearly hit the ref. Near side corner. Little bump. Haggart, that one going all the way down on the puck side. And finally, after what seemed like almost 5 minutes, we have a whistle. Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship-day.
So that was about what, 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes of continuous play, and on top of that, early on in that, Adrian with a stellar near minute and 30-second shift in the zone. The pacing of this game has picked up in the way that we expected to see.
Yeah, and after that long shift, especially without a whistle, we might see a little slower finish to the second period. Moore sends a slap shot in and out of the glove. Rebound from Young and covered up by Sorley.
Good thing that Adrian's getting back to that low to high game even after that long stint of no whistle. Having a no whistle stint like that could really slow you down for a bit, but it's a good thing that Adrian's keeping their composure with that.
Wildcats look to break it out off of the defensive zone draw. Backhanded from Schultz, picked up by Nickel. She's going to dump it down low. Around the yellow dasher, first to it is Glover. And now Pesca on a diving pass attempt. Here comes Howell. Dumped down, first to it is Gregory, but right there also is Brady. Schultz hops in, Pinned up against the boards, Brady, couple of Bulldogs, couple of Wildcats. Scoots out off the stick of Turnbull. Robinson back to Turnbull. Off the stick of Robinson. Doesn't escape the zone just yet. Hugging the blue line. Now they break it out. Here's Turnbull. Turnbull one-on-one. Shot blocked away by Sorley. Scoville got bottlenecked up. And another attempt to get it out by Turnbull. Gregory going to fire a dump in. Blocked in front. Here come the Wildcats. Bulldogs caught in a change. It's Pesco. 1-on-2. Shot goes wide. Nearly covered up by Dobson as the ricochet hit back. Wiltshire backhands it to Williams. Gives it off for Stitt.
Oh, here we go.
Williams going at it. And more. It's Stitt on the far side.
Oh, snap. This is looking like the battle of the 5 armies from the Hobbit in here.
And they're still going at it. Bodies hitting the ground. Williams hits the deck. They're going at it. Punches are being thrown. Masks coming off. Wildcats and Bulldogs. Oh, heck is breaking loose here at the AIA.
If you do not believe that hockey is not fun or aggressive, what are you doing? It's just, we have been seeing good play. We've been seeing good back and forth play with the intensity of it, with the shot production, the defense. Like all of it was doing what we expected. And then on top of that, the shenanigans just build up into what went out to all-out brawl. Not a whole line brawl, but still all-out brawl in the center of the ice.
That was a definite all-out brawl. And are we not going to have any ejections off of that?
Honestly, I think we might. They are discussing it in the box there.
There were literal punches being thrown from Arizona. I saw on them both sides were doing it. Face washes left and right. We'll take a look at the replay here. Just absolute chaos.
Yeah, as you see here, bam, 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 underhook, underhook. I mean, we got some prime UFC contenders prospects out here. Like, I'm serious. Like, you don't see fighting in women's hockey that often, but when you do, you kind of get reminded that they don't play.
Yeah, this is the tail end of it. 85, that's Carson. Throwing punches, body shots. How is she not going to get ejected for that? Nearly took the mask off of Wiltshire. Williams slams her helmet down at the tail end of it.
I'm just paying attention towards the box to see if there's any. Oh, wait, look, there might be 61s coming off.
That's Grace McCaig. So it looks like her night is done.
Well, the Arizona Wildcats needed a wake-up call, and I believe they got it.
Yeah, talk about, well, I thought there was going to be a slow end to the second period. They said, screw that, we're going to do the complete opposite. And now both Williams and Wiltshire are heading back.
Overhearing what's going on in the box, it looks like somebody's saying 2 minutes for both sides.
Wiltshire and Williams are heading back to the dressing room. Their night is done. So what are the penalties going to be assessed, and what will we come out here on player as far as 5-on-5, 4-on-4?
Usually with something like this should be, like, because you had two, because what we started out with, we had two going back and forth. So usually it would be a 5-on-5, 4-on-4 situation. But, oh, she didn't escape the cops. There it is.
Kenzie Carson heading to the locker room.
Well, we got a power play situation here for the AC Bulldogs.
Well, after all of that, Bulldogs will be on the power play. 5-on-4 advantage, 3:32 left to go in the second period.
Looks like we got number 24 serving the penalties here.
Across the blue line, Morris near the top of the slot. Now Scoville goes diagonally for Kuzminski. Morris back to Kuzminski. Nearly lost it, and now she does. Squirts free, goes far side. Kuzminski first to it. Instead, it's going to be Turnbull. Scoville dishes it back for Morris. Down low for Kuzminski. Back for Morris. 90 seconds to go. Morris at the point, fires a shot in, and glove saved by Sorley.
Good puck movement with the Bulldog power play. Like playing catch up top and then sending it right to the net. Especially when you're facing against an Arizona penalty kill that's not as aggressive up top. So really take advantage of the open ice area to get net front presence in there as well.
Scoville, right point, fires a shot and looking for the tip. It was tipped towards the net by Turnbull. Now Morris, left point, back to Turnbull. Same legs out there for both teams. Towards the slot, Scoville had a one-timer in front, but it was knocked away off a nice play from Pesca. Pesca fires one. Dobson blocked it away. Schultz down low. Now Turnbull hops in. Kuzminski gets broken up. Turnbull enters cleanly despite Stitt being right on the line.
Oh, watch out there. Watch out. Possibility. There was almost a too many men penalty that could have been called, but luckily the puck went out of play before that.
39 seconds left in the man advantage here, 2:11 in the period. Neutral zone face-off here, right in front of the Bulldogs bench. Carson gets 2 minutes for roughing and a game misconduct. Now one sent all the way down, length of the ice. They clear it. McCaig for roughing and a game misconduct. Now Ward breaks it out, goes cross ice for Haggart. Another minute, 2 minutes of roughing and game misconduct. So all the penalties were for roughing and then obviously the game misconduct. So they're all ejected. Back to 5-on-5 we go. Bulldogs still have the man advantage for a couple more seconds once the substitution comes back out. Now she does. It's Miller. Goes all the way down in front of Ward. Nickel picks it up, banked off the boards, but kept in by the Wildcats. Fired a shot on. It's wide. Allen decides to retreat. Now she's got on her stick. Cross ice pass for Verteber, who fanned on her attempt. Now Miller going to dump it all the way down, right at the red line. 1 minute to go in the second period. Ward, near side corner, flips it off for Nickel. Ooh, tough hit on the far side there. Here's Allen in front of Ward. Tries to make a move, but Ward with a nice poke check. Parent and Robinson miscommunication. Here's Schultz behind the cage. Off of the skate of Haggart. Jeffs. Near side Allen. Instead, Valentina Young right in front of Allen. Flips it up diagonally. 25 seconds to go in the period. Kicks it off. Sachel coming in. Loose in front. Hubbard. Shot blocked away. Poked at by Schultz. Robinson. 10 seconds to go. Can the Bulldogs get one last push? Goes all the way down. Sachel just going to be content with a little dump and chase. And as the horn sounds, 40 minutes gone, 20 minutes to play after no goals scored in the second period, but 4 total ejections.
Yeah, so they, like I said earlier in this period, in the second period, that we finally saw what this game is hyped up to be, right? A fast-paced action game. And the momentum really shifted once Arizona got their penalty kill. Right? Once they got their penalty kill, they started to be a little bit more aggressive. They got that 2-on-0 opportunity. Dobson stood tall with that. And then later on, with them already having momentum, you get the brawl and you get the fight in the center of the ice. Now they're carrying more momentum towards the end of it.
Now 15 minutes to go until the third period of play, and we'll see how physical these ladies get in the last 20 minutes. Adrian still leads at 3-0. No goals were scored in the second period. Shots on goal total set. Adrian in favor has 25 to Arizona's 13, so nearly doubling the total for Arizona. Just shows you how much Adrian College has really dominated this one. More in the first period, but in the second period, it's really been back and forth, really freely moving. And that's kind of what we saw you were talking about. And it's great hockey to see this top 25 matchup between these two teams. Might even see each other later down the line in the national tournament when they get that good taste of hockey coming up here in the third period.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see what's going to happen in next period of play.
That's going to do it here for the second period of play. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Alex Grove, Nathan Lindner up here in the booth. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights, Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs lead the University of Arizona 3-0 through 40 minutes of play. Nathan Lindner and Alex Grove up here in the booth. Alex, what you got moving into the third period?
Well, two things. First thing is, with how the first period started, Arizona Wildcats really did not come out hot and blazing like we expected to. Like, had the bus sleds, had the slow start. But then second period, they came out hot and flying, especially with Brittany Bridell leading the charge. Even on the power play when they didn't score, her aggressive play, the whole team saw how aggressive she was playing with getting to the dirty areas, getting shots on net, right? And they just followed suit, and that led to a whole momentum shift. On top of that, leads into key number 2. Adrian has to make sure that they keep playing their game, because towards the end of that second period, actually towards the end of that second period, we started to see Adrian start to conform over to Arizona's game and how they wanted to play it. If they keep playing their game and keep dictating the pace of play, they will continue to stay in the lead and coast to victory.
Well, they got a good cushion here through 40 minutes, 3-0 on the 2 early goals within 5 minutes of each other in the first period, and then the one they added a little later in the first period. So they're looking really good. After this game, coming up for the Bulldogs, it'll be a home-and-home conference weekend series this Saturday and Sunday with Michigan State. So a fairly quick turnaround for them. And they finished up the fall semester with 2 games at Niagara University on December 13th and 14th. Coming up for the Wildcats, this is the start of a 4-game road trip here in Michigan. 4 games in a row. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tomorrow, they'll be at Michigan State. Saturday at the University of Michigan Dearborn. And they finish up Sunday at Eastern Michigan. So a very tough stretch coming up for them. And at this point, once you get to maybe like the 10-minute mark, and it might seem out of hand where you're not going to pick up a win in this contest tonight, you got to just think to yourself, all right, just don't get hurt. You got 3 more games to play in the next coming days, so you got to be available.
Yeah, like 10-minute mark, if you're still down 3-0 in 10 minutes, honestly, we saw how quickly Adrian has scored 3 goals within the first 15 minutes, right? Actually, within that first 10 minutes, excuse me. So it's a never say never mentality. And on Adrian's side of things, with the home and home coming up, yeah, you're thinking about not doing too much in order to get injured, but at the same time, you want to make sure this game is won.
Yeah, exactly. Both sides know what their job is here. Adrian finished the fight, and for Arizona, put up a fight if you can in the first 10 minutes, and after that, they just kind of take a mental decision and say, all right, we're going to work for a couple more wins. We got 3 more games coming up. So for both of the penalties for the ejections, it's actually just a 10-minute game misconduct, so they were sent to the locker room for the remainder of the period since we're under 10 minutes, but now they're back in the penalty box, so they'll be available to play coming up here probably around the 3-minute mark of the second period, so around 13-minute mark of the third period here. Watts defends, and now We break it out. 20 seconds in. Off of the stick. Now here comes Turnbull. Tyler Turnbull looks in front, weaves again through the slot shot. Rebound, backhand, way out of her crease. Shot, scores!
More of the same as period one. More of the same. First 30 seconds, Adrian comes out high as we were about to see the replay up on your screen here at home. All right, Turnbull, 1, 2, dipsy-do. Then we go to the net, bang, bang, put it in. 4-0.
They forced Olivia Sorley way out of her own crease, well out of the comfort zone. And that's exactly the start you wanted here for Adrian College. Is to put up a goal early in the period, just take all the breath out of Arizona. Make them think that they have no chance to come back in this one. Here they come on the rush now. Miller off for Bridell, flips it towards the slot and goes down as Glover. Now Rotz, that's Haggart. Far side, in front of the Wildcats bench. Across the blue line, Scoville. Pass connects with Hubbard. Now Young dishes it back for Haggart. Near side corner. Bulldogs defensewoman went for some changes, so that's why there was no one back there. Puck flips up, now in front of the scorer's table. Nickel, and here's Hubbard. One-on-one, but she's going to dish it down low and go for her own change. Minute and a half into the third period. Turnover here for the Wildcats. But it's Schwastaz. Gets it out, goes all the way down, no icing. Ward is the first to it, with Pesca on her back. Dishes it out, try to get it between the legs of Waxenberg. Now here comes a Bulldog stint, and two bodies collect the ice. Ref's hand goes up. It's a penalty going against Arizona.
If this was men's hockey, that would be a great hit. I mean, it still is a good hit, but unfortunately, women's hockey says you cannot body check. But as we see here on the replay, coming up the side, solid shoulder to shoulder. All right, like I said, unfortunately, it's not men's hockey, so power play for AC.
The call is holding against number 17 in Anna Jeffs. So 3 Wildcats are now in the box, and that's pretty much full capacity, it looks like, especially with the little DJ that we got down there controlling the music in the AIA. Bulldogs on the power play. Morris fires one in net into the chest of Sorley. 10 seconds in, one shot down.
That shot could have came in a little bit quicker for Morris as we had the double screen posted up. But still, good shot nonetheless with Kuzminski out there in that front.
Offensive zone draw. Won by the Bulldogs. Morris waits patiently to set up. Far side Scoville. Back to Morris at the point. Back to Scoville. Still waiting. Morris at the point. Gonna dump it down low for Kuzminski. Got 2 Bulldogs right in front of the goal. It's Turnbull and Stitt, and a turnover here. But Morris quickly retreats and collects it. Morris with Kuzminski down there. Now Morris enters cleanly through the zone. Dishes it back for Stitt. Had to retreat just a step. Now gives it off for Scoville. All 3 Wildcats on the shot. Kuzminski into the corner, hits the deck. It's Verdeber down there through the slot. Nice body check here. Turnbull dishes it back for Scoville. Gives it off. Robinson fires. We play on. Robinson got it again. Shoots through the 5-hole, still loose. Rebound shot, scores! A power play goal for Sophie Kuzminski.
Kuzminski has been in the net front all day today, and it finally pays off. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. Sounding like Snoop Dogg on the Doggy Door. AC up. As we got an issue with the clock here.
Yeah, the scoreboard turned completely off. We wait to get things back online here. And there it is, 16:51. Got to put that last goal on there. It's now 5-0. Clear the penalty off. We continue play. Just under 17 minutes to go in the third period. Bulldogs another quick start out of the break. Our side, Saarinen goes down long. Now Nickel picks it up, flips it underneath the scoreboard off of the paw of Saarinen and covered up by Sorley.
See a little bit more of the same as the first period. Quick action, quick 2 goals by the Bulldogs, and Wildcats, although they're not as slow as in the first period, Bulldogs are just outplaying them right now.
Nickel nearly lost it, backhands it down low again. Goes far side, picked up by Young. Takes one swipe at it. Here comes Arizona. Now Glover skates on through. Goes wide right, sent off by Nickel. Shot goes wide left from Saarinen. Met at the far side boards with Young. And now Haggart underneath the shadow of the scoreboard. Skates on left. Haggart, Deeks left. He gets broken up. Glover is there. Now Robinson behind the cage. Far side corner. Here's Sachel at the blue line. Fires a shot blocked in front by Bridell. Sachel got his skate. Hands it off for Rats. Going to play it off the board. Nearly turned over. And now it is turned over. Here comes Jeffs. Shot sticked away by Dobson. Fired another shot in there. Was just wide. Goes down low. Schwastas. Now in here. Near side. Turnbull sticked away. But it's Pesca. Goes down low. Dobson off of the stick. Sachel backhands it to Rotz. Nearly turned it over. Schwarzstas. A diving or a jumping ref there. Verdeber. Shot caught and covered up by Cassidy Dobson.
One thing to say about Cassidy Dobson in this game, she hasn't been tested a lot in this game, especially with shots, because the defense is keeping pucks to the outside most of the time. But the times where Arizona has gotten clean opportunities, Dobson's been sending them tall.
Couple of impatient Wildcats here in the box, especially number 61, Grace McCaig. Kuzminski take a 1-on-0 opportunity. McCaig just looking to get out of the box. Met in front by Brady. Now Morris near side in front of the Bulldogs bench. Couple more pushes and shoves, but they both hang onto their sticks. Stitt backhands, get tangled up with Pesca. Stitt in there with Kuzminski and Brady. Puck squirts free, and Morris first to it. Collects, dishes it off for Scoville. Scoville plays it up. Kuzminski, outstretched stick, dumps it down low. Now Schwarzstas skates through, heads towards the boards. A swipe by Nickel. Instead, it's Allen. First one to it. Here comes Saarinen. Dumped back in. Two Bulldogs meet. Haggart and Nickel. And now Turnbull goes right, gets bumped off. Now Young comes down low behind the cage. Hubbard there to help. Haggart in front of the net. Young dumped down low behind the net again. Here's Haggart. Or excuse me, that's Hubbard. There's Haggart. Keeps it on her stick. Haggart goes right. Skates back left. Gonna dump it diagonally down low for Young. Looks in front. Rotz is there. Collects on her stick. Fires a shot. Tipped. Blockered save. Rebound. Scores! Six nothing Bulldogs lead.
The low to high game that's been working all game for them is just keep on coming, keep on coming. Rotz gets the puck from low, shoots it on net front presence. And that's one thing that ACHA has been doing all game. When it comes to net front presence, they make sure they have the advantage in the net front.
Bulldogs in full control of this one. 6-0, they lead it on the scoreboard. Shots total up to 32 to 15 in favor of Adrian College. Swooping in, Pesca. Try to lay a shoulder out on Rotz. Down there and hitting the deck hard is Turnbull. Waxenberger, Turnbull ushered along the yellow dasher. Far side for Schwarzdas, who hits the deck. Play down in front, a couple of sticks collide, they cancel. Rotz picks it up in front of Jeffs. Plays it out for Sachel. Gives it off. Tried to go diagonally, and here's Turnbull. Looks for Gregory, but turnover in the neutral zone. Rotz, cross ice, and back to Turnbull on this side. She's going to dump it down all the way along the yellow dasher. Hop, skip, and a jump for the puck right over the stick of a Wildcat. And a nice hit, and absolutely gets leveled. Hit Kuzminski.
Solid checkbook. Solid textbook hit. Sorry, I got my words confused.
Stitt near side. Turnover. Apparent through the legs. Going all the way down. If it reaches the red line, could be icing, but she picks it up before the red line. That's Howell as she hits the boards and goes down. And that one's going to draw a whistle.
There we go. Let's go back to what drew the penalty here. Around the boards, and honestly, we've been seeing a lot of hits this game, and it looks like whoever has the most violent end to the hit gets called.
Yeah, Kuzminski just got laid out right on that same spot, and they didn't call that one.
It is a weird game.
Well, Bulldogs go 4-on-5 now. They chip this one out, goes all the way down. Gregory on a chase for it. Her and Verdeber. Gregory nearly got tangled up. She's still fighting for it, killing off some penalty. Now Young turns and dumps it back down low. Still caught up near side with Schultz. Schultz behind her on pipes. And now Glover flips it out to Schultz. Here comes the rush. 3 Bulldogs back. Schultz down low, tied up by 2 Bulldogs. Nickel, dangerous pass through the slot. Here's Glover. Thought about a shot, instead dekes away. Slap stick by Nickel, who collides it into the boards. Weaving through, fired, off the stick of Dobson. Rebound one-timer, Dobson with another save. And Ward clears it out. Stick down. Far side, Bridell near the slot. Bulldogs able to get it out. 50 seconds left in the power play.
That was good. Some good side-to-side movement by Dobson, making sure to get there for both saves on both left and right, east and west.
Banked off the boards, near side for Miller. Gives it off for Saarinen. Takes it down low, but Rotz is there to defend. Rotz looking to pin it against the boards. In there with Robinson and Miller. Far side, Jeffs. Tipped at the blue line by Pesca. Chipped up. Robinson paws it down. Going to clear it down all the way with 12 to go in the power play. Under 10 minutes to go in the third period. Bulldogs lead 6-0. Pesca through the blue line. Past 3 Bulldogs. Bulldogs are now full strength. Shot blocked in front, goes up. No one can find it. It dropped right where it shot. Scooted at the blue line. Nearly caught offside. And a nice play by Turnbull to lift the stick of Saarinen up. Backhanded down low. Past the red dot. Arizona looking for a controlled breakout here. It's Verdeber. Tipped behind the red line by by Brady. Goes down. And there's Sachel. Coming to the rescue now is Stitt. Inside for Verdeber. Kuzminski. Nice move deep there. Past the red line. Gets swacked at. On the blue line. Kuzminski had to retreat, and Stitt didn't enter because she might have been called offsides. Puck sent all the way down. Sachel's first to it. On her tail is Howell. Backhanded over to Scoville. Kuzminski connects with Young. Gets it taken away. Now Schwarzdas. Gives it off. Here comes Allen. Allen played against the boards. Scoville there to collect. Scoville breaks it out. 2 women on the rush. Gives it off for Haggart. Dumps down low. Scoville and Haggart tangled up with the referee there. Takes a hit on the back of Schultz. Hubbard comes in, looking to get an escape from the puck, but instead tied up. Shot goes in, tipped, and it goes wide. Here's Young, backhands it down low. Haggard is there. Near side, under 8 minutes to play. Far side, Nickel, a couple of moves in front of Allen now. Behind the red line. Bridell backhands it. Connects with Schwarzdas. Now dishes it off for Morris. Here comes Hubbard. Taken away by Pesca. Backhands over to the far side with Verteber. Turned over in the defensive end. Bulldogs can't keep possession though. Here comes Schwarzdas. Ward banked behind the boards. Chipped out again. Goes diagonally off of the stick of Turnbull. And Gregory banks it off the boards. Banked off the boards again by Pesca. Goes all the way down. Turnbull can't get it in time. It's Verteber instead. That one off the glass and goes all the way down for an icing call. Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student ran. On tonight's crew is Dakota Clift on top cam. Tate Wise is our director. Alex Grove and I are in the booth. Our streaming coordinator is Josiah Durrell. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Adrian College Television. Long shift there without a whistle. We play with under 7 minutes to go in the third period. They move it out of there. Here's Schwarzdas. Goes past Rotz and Sachel. Able to collect it in front. Schwarzdas holding on to her though.
Good support there by AC's defense.
Robinson weaving through on the shadow of the boards. Here's Robinson. Goes left between the legs. Sticked away. Nearly caught up in the goaltender. Sorely shoves away. And here's Saarinen. Gets it turned over. Kuzminski. Now she's got it. Kuzminski gets sticked away by Glover and gets checked hard into the boards by Glover. Again, no call with Kuzminski on the receiving end of it.
See, Kuzminski has been taking some hits, but it's the fact that she keeps moving her feet, and that's been infectious to this whole AC Bulldogs club tonight.
A couple of more shots to the back of Kuzminski off of the stick of Glover. 2-on-2. It's Miller. Fires a shot in, sticked away by Dobson. Past the Bulldog A logo in the center of the ice. Verteber. Sticked by Scoville. In front of Stitt. Into the chest of Young. Keeps it back onto the ice. Young, the puck carrier. Goes left, sticked away. Caught nearly the slot. Stitt. Knocked away by Hubbard. Scoville. Weaving in. Fires to the slot one time. No good. Down the length of the ice, 5 minutes and counting. Both these teams are very tired. Haggart ends down low. Moves it back underneath the red line now. It's Young. Dishes it out, looking for Bridell. Haggart uplifts the stick. Haggart fires a shot. Went wide. It might have been blocked in front before it gets to the netminder.
We're really starting to see who's a little bit more conditioned now with these final 5 minutes of play.
We're a fair ways into the season, which is both good for conditioning and also you've played a lot of games moving into today. Arizona has played 12 and Bulldogs almost
19.
Close to 20, yeah, 19. Far side, weaves in front. Wiltshire gets it out. And there's Waxenberg as she hits the deck. That was Saarinen who fell down in front of Brydell now. One-time front, Wiltshire, shot goes left. Wiltshire got it behind the net now. And it's actually Genesee Williams as Stitt hits the deck. Wiltshire's there. Now Rotz hustles to pick it up. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Banked off the boards, and the door just came open as it did. Weaving through, maybe hit off of her own defender. Here comes Glover, fires a shot in, goes over the crossbar. Gregory, out of the shadow of the boards, goes for the dump in her own chase. Gregory with Robinson in front, gets it to her, and she gets pushed down. Still loose in front, not covered up yet, and now it is by by Sorley.
Adrian Bulldogs with 2 great scoring opportunities. We had one that was like the first one where the puck was up higher than the defenseman, trying to look for the back door, open net, just went away from out of reach or jumped over a stick. Then the second opportunity, clear as day, down Broadway, missed the open far side of the net. This could have been easily a 7-0 game.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the third period. Bulldogs lead it 6-0. Robinson looking for someone in the slot. Will it escape the zone? It will, past the outstretched stick of Sachel. And it looks like that puck might be a little dismantled. You can see kind of part of the rubber chipped out there. Probably won't be able to see it on the TV, but in person you can kind of see it. See if it comes back over to the near side here with not as much spin on it.
A little bit battle worn, but shoot, that leads for a more exciting play. See where the real skilled players will showcase.
Sticked in front behind by the captain. Turnbull tries to get it out. Morris fires a shot, tipped up and goes over the crossbar. Now onto the back of the net. They get it out. In front of Scoville, they dish it in past, and with the check now, and Williams, back pass, underneath the scoreboard, and there are 2 minutes to play. Here's Schultz, goes cross ice in front of the bench area. Morris there to break it up. Scoville slowly getting there. Gives it off for Kuzminski. Got ice on her pants. And she's taken a couple of hits and fell to the ice several times today. Williams gets tangled up, loses her stick, but grabs it up anyway.
In these last 2 minutes, that's one thing that we're seeing from both sides that's really appreciative, is that Arizona's continuing to fight even though they're down big, and AC's just continuing to play their game, which is going to help them out there on the long road this season.
Yeah, top 25 matchup here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Arizona making the trip out here for first of 4 games against Michigan teams. Ward tried to dump it back in. Backhands it. Now near side with Brydell. Gives it off. Miller goes down low past Ward. Miller on the back skate. Tipped in front and scooped up by Cassidy Dobson. .74 seconds remain in the third period. Bulldogs looking to wrap this one up. Tied up on the dot. Now they finally escape. Stitt makes a nice move. Now Hubbard gives it off. It was actually Valentina Young with a nice move. Tripped up. Red line. Dump and chase is Nickel. Haggart. There's Young. Far side over the stick of Pesca. Brydell at the backhand. They go diagonally. Go all the way down. No icing as it hit a Bulldog. Nickel with a nice backhand play now. Here comes Ward. Banked off of the boards. Stitt hands it off for Wiltshire. Wiltshire and Stitt in front, covered up by Sorley. And more fallen soldiers behind the play.
Yeah, a little accidental collision there. Happens.
Well, 28 seconds remain in the third period. Williams got both her helmet and gloves off. Getting ready, she'll take the draw. She does it. Nearly shoves on the dot. Referee's letting them play, I guess, down low here. And there's McCaig, who was one of the girls who took 10-minute misconduct. 10 seconds to go. Bulldogs looking to get the win here. Williams going to skate it down low. 3-2 and 1 and a big hit. And then the penalty will be after the whistle, or after the horn, rather. That was a frustration hit.
Yeah, that's one thing that you always got to look out for, especially with aggressive play, is towards the end, as you go see here, final 3 seconds left of the game. Been on the receiving end of one of those in my career, and it's not a fun thing to be a part of. But on the plus side, shutout victory.
A shutout victory for Cassidy Dobson, the transfer, and one of the few starts she'll get here this year, but she makes the most of it. 6-0 victory over the Arizona Wildcats. They shake hands in the middle, and we begin this chapter of the record books as both these teams have never played each other in women's hockey. The men's side has played a couple of games against the University of Arizona, but not since 2022. But before we came into the day, there was no kind of, the opposite of chemistry, like you had a teammate, bad blood between the teams, and then, well, now they got something to work off of. If they come here either the next year or maybe a couple of years later, they're always going to remember that scrum they had there in center ice in the second period. That was one to remember.
Yeah, that's one to remember. And also, as you said during the broadcast, is that this is a possible Nationals matchup here. So if these two teams do see each other down the road, oh yeah, bad blood's going to keep boiling. But all in all, right, it was a good game. Arizona started off slow. You saw how they can play. Just that AC just had a better team defense, especially keeping all shots, most shots to the outside, making sure that Dobson could see every puck clearly, making sure that she was still on her toes, even though she didn't see that much action. And then on top of that, they had the numbers game, winning everything in the net front, the offensive zone, corner battles, net front battles. Heck, even on top near the blue line when they did have danger opportunities of potential offsides or odd man rushes. AC just had the better team play. Arizona came out aggressive. Can't wait to see if they do face each other down the road in Nationals, possibly.
Yeah, possible. Arizona's got a lot of work to be done. They're sitting now at 7-6. As they'll continue this Michigan trip. They got to beat a couple of good teams out west, including Arizona State, who is one of those top contenders in their conference out there. And for Adrian College, they extend the winning streak 9 in a row as they move into the weekend series this weekend against Michigan State on Saturday and Sunday. So Michigan State plays tomorrow against this Arizona team. And then they'll end up playing 3 games in 3 days, with the last 2 against Adrian College. So Arizona gets to see Adrian and then Michigan State, and Michigan State will see Arizona and then Adrian College. So very familiar teams we're seeing here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Grove, you have anything left?
Good game, and God bless you all.
That's going to do it here from the Arrington Ice Arena. Final score, Adrian College 6. University of Arizona, nothing. From all of us here at ACTV, Alex Grove, and I am Nathan Lindner. So long, everybody.